Hello everybody, my name's Sweat. Well, today I'll talk about how mirrors are made. Did you ever heard of mirrors before? Mirror is a kind of thing that you could usually find, especially inside your bedroom or inside your mother's or your father's bedrooms because it was a really neat thing for you to prepare out for what your look looks like, and also something really important for a family to have because you know what, a mirror helps you to look at yourself and to help you to get ready for your trying. Like if you're having an interview today, you probably want to make yourself look good, and not always camera was a good choice, so mirror was always the best choice there. Well, how are those excellent mirrors being made? Well, let's look at how mirrors are made for today. Well, the very first mirror is made in those 14s. Well, the modern mirror is made by silvering or the modern mirror is made by silvering or spraying a thin layer of silver or aluminum. Aluminum or silver is being sprayed uh, by a thin layer, like it's just a thin layer of silver or aluminum. Sometimes it could be silver, sometimes it could be aluminum. It is being purchased on the back of a sheet of glass. On the back, you see, this is a piece of glass that I have. You can find out what do I have on my computer right now. Well, this is a piece of mirror that I found out. You see that it lights? In the back of it is steel or aluminum, I don't know, but it tops the mirror. In the back sheet of the glass, the man who's called Justus von Liebig. Justus von Liebig invented the progress in 1835. 1835. Okay, remember that? 1835. That means that about 400 years later, the progress was being invented. But most mirrors are today being made by heating aluminum in a vacuum, which then bonds to the clear glass. It's usually being covered by aluminum in a vacuum. Yes. He invented the progress in that time, but people right now change a little bit to make all the progress to cost less and also to make it easier to do, because if it's too hard, it costs so much that it would cost them a lot. Yes, a lot of factories are choosing ways that helps them to make those mirrors in the easiest way and in the cheapest way that they could find, but also the best way. Well, the conventional modern mirror in that time is usually nothing more than a sheet of glass, like a sheet of glass that you can find on those glasses that you drink water. Do you know those? I hope you do. We use those, and those thin sheets of glass is attached to the layer of backing, a metallic backing. It seems as if mirrors have been around forever in some other parts, but mirrors, as we know today, haven't been known that long a lot. 1,000 years ago, mirrors were still polished discs of plain metal that cost more than most people could afford. Like it could cost from hundreds. or thousands of dollars. And just kings and queens and royalties in that time the have can stand the effort of buying or using the kind of mirror that today we buy it for maybe some $1,000. Yes, people, if we just using a small handle of a mirror like this one, then it would just cost me some thousand Vietnamese stone. It's really cheap. Even if you're not the royalty, or even if you don't have the money to buy a big mirror, you could always buy these small handles. And those big mirrors, usually all houses that have rooms and furnitures will always have enough money to buy at least one mirror. In my house, there's nearly like one, two, three, four, five, about five mirrors because they're just so needful. The modern mirror is made by shivering or smearing a thin layer on glass onto the back of a sheet of glass. It's not really big and not really thick, but not also really thin. But now mirrors are made by heating aluminum in a vacuum, which then bonds to the cooler gas. And that was something that you could find when you're looking for mirrors today. Mirrors today could come inside any kinds of shapes and sizes, colors, decorations. Now you can find glasses that looks elegant, looks royalty, or glasses that looks cute or look cool. The glasses could have really special kinds of decoration on it that those factory workers works on. A lot of people now focusing on the kind of mirror that looks beautiful and it looks elegant or fits to their home. Because now mirrors are not expensive in the past that a lot of people could afford those usual mirrors. I don't know if there's any kind of special mirrors like golden mirrors, but if it's just a usual mirror, then nearly every house could afford it. So today we've learned about how mirrors are made and a little bit of history of these kinds of mirrors. So you could know that mirrors is a really wonderful kind of furniture that maybe you think has existed for 1,000 years ago, but it's just been discovered by some 100 years past. Well, why don't you just learn more about those mirrors? They're really fun facts about them. I'll see you guys later.